The other day I was with another lady I used to work with. I want to talk about credit, right? Borrowing money. So the lady, she came to me. We used to work together, and she was just a cleaner, And she asked me like, I want to know my credit. Can you log online for me to know my credit? That was back in Africa. So I was surprised, like, why do you want to know your credit score? She said, I want to borrow money. I was like, you want to borrow money? Okay, I went online and I thought, oh, now that I'm here, I might as well also check my credit myself. I gave her a credit, she had good credit, but when I looked at the amount of money she owed, it was almost like she had a mortgage. I asked her, do you have a mortgage? She said, no, these are just like personal loans. I borrow money and invest in property. A cleaning lady telling me all this. So I said, wow. So why do you need your credit now? And she said, no, I want to build a cottage. So in the same time, I looked for my credit, and she said, "Oh, you've got a good credit score. Why don't it looks? Do you have a personal loan?" I said, "No, I don't have a personal loan. I'm actually afraid of borrowing money." Said, "No, money is only wrong if you borrow it for the wrong reasons. But if you're borrowing it to invest and you can make more money out of it." So all I wanted to say that I learned the the importance of borrowing money for good, right? Sometimes we only think that if we borrow money, we need to borrow it for credit cards. She was borrowing money to build houses. She would buy land, borrow money, but she was a cleaner and she had so much wisdom. I learned a lot from her. So she was one of the first people. I was more on the savings portion of life, right? She was on the borrowing side of life. So we can do both. And, if you want to borrow money for anything that has to do with income generating assets, you can go and borrow money. So this is what I learned from someone I never thought can teach me anything about finance. But yeah, I was still young, still early in the game, but the teachings that I got from her were life changing, right?